Well, Caleb, I'll start with this. What are you doing at 7:30 tonight, and what do you think your mood will be?
I'll be sitting on my couch getting ready for the game.
Just tell me about being an alumni of that tournament and what it's like now, cheering for those players and supporting those players, kind of understanding what they're going through and where they are in their lives.
Yeah, obviously I got to be a part of a really good team that year. We had a lot of good players, and we were able to beat Canada in a shootout in Montreal. So it's probably one of the most memorable games I'll have in my career. And those guys are gonna have the chance tonight. It sucks there can't be fans there because that's a big part of the atmosphere, especially playing in Canada. But it'll still feel good. Once they take care of business tonight, it'll feel good to get that gold medal when you beat your rival.
And I'll ask you a question about currently going through camp here. You were with the team, basically the last half of last season. You're in the top six this year as things are lining up in camp. How does it feel differently? Do you automatically feel more confident because of what you're seeing on the depth chart? Do you think you would have felt that anyway, just because of what you got under your belt last year? I'm just wondering how this camp maybe feels differently than some of the other ones.
Yeah. Every time you come to camp, you have to earn a job. Nothing's guaranteed. That's something I learned, last year. I didn't come out in camp last year, with the start I wanted, and, I ended up getting sent down really quick. So, this year I was focused all summer. I wanted to come in, make a really good impression. I knew there was obviously some opportunity on the blue line to get some more minutes. And, I just want to, come in and press people and, show that I'm ready to take more. And, I think, for the first couple of days, I'm just trying to play my game and push the pace and get up the ice and make good plays. And, so far I think I'm doing a good job, but there's still a lot of work to go.
Next question, Tom Gazzola, TSN 1260.
Caleb, kind of speaking to that, how do you get your mind into a nice groove where you're feeling good about your game and kind of where you were last season when you were playing at your best? I know you want to compete and show everybody you're here to stay and they gave you the contract for a reason, but how do you put yourself into that proper mindset?
I just think you show up to the rink every day, ready to go. It's obviously when you're first coming in, things are new and you're trying to get used to a new coaching staff and you're trying not to make too many mistakes, but I think I've moved past that part of my game. And I think now I just play and I'm not worried about making mistakes. I just want to make plays and have a good impact on the game. And, I think that's something this year that I'm going to do a really good job of, is having a bigger impact on the game every night.
Thanks, Caleb.
Thanks.
Next question, Jack Michaels, 630 Ched.
Caleb, I just wanted to talk, you touched on it, camp last year to this year. Is it an opportunity for you, not that there's any doubt in your mind right now, but just to solidify not only where you are in the pecking order, but potentially, as you said, with a real minute share still up in the air? Do you see this as in some ways your most important camp?
Yeah, I would agree with that. All summer, I've had a lot of good advice. I had a call from Paul Coffey in about August. He gave me some good advice and, just talking with people I skate with and my brother and their biggest thing was, I think last year in camp, I was trying to come in and we're really worried about, defending and doing all that stuff. And, I kind of got away from, who I am as a player, and that's pushing the pace up the ice, moving pucks quick and joining the rush and creating chances. And then, off of that, I can have a good gap and play defense from there. But I think that was the biggest thing for me this year, was coming in and just being myself. And I'm really comfortable with all my teammates and comfortable with the coaches. So that's just going to be a big thing for me is making sure I'm playing my game every night and, helping the team win.
And my follow-up to that, and it kind of relates to what you just said, and I'm not saying, look, pairings are not set in stone. They could change next week. But does a guy like Adam Larsson theoretically play to your strengths in the sense that he's so sound defensively, it does allow you to explore maybe your strengths a shade more?
Yeah, for sure. I've had a few games with Lars over the last couple of years, when I first got called up and last year when Clef went out for about 10 games. And I'm really comfortable with him out there. You know, he's one of the premier shutdown guys, and he helps me out in my own zone. And the good thing about him is he tells me just to be myself and go whenever I see a chance. And, you know, he kind of just takes care of, you know, the defensive zone and helps me out a lot in there. So he's, you know, if things stay the way they are now, he'll be a great guy to help me throughout the year.
Next question, Gene Principe, Sportsnet.
Hey, Caleb, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good.
I just wanted to ask you a little bit about your off-season program, kind of understanding that you've spoken about the disappointment of the past of you know, ending up in the American Hockey League. With the idea that wasn't happening this year, you're becoming an NHLer. I just wonder what your program was like, and were you able to achieve not just kind of physically the stuff that you worked on, but just maybe your preparation to the level where you're now ready to kind of shoot out of the gate and get going as a top 4, top 5, whatever defenseman on an NHL team?
Yeah, I put a big emphasis this year on cardio. You know, I think that's something in my game. You know, the way I want to play with a lot of pace, and that means my feet need to be moving constantly. So I think, you know, riding the bike this summer was a big thing for me. And when I skate, you know, trying just to really push my pace, you know, in every single drill I do. You know, my brother helped me out with that a lot too, because that's the way he plays the game. You know, he plays with a lot of pace and tries to make plays and get up the ice. And, you know, I think I can do a lot of the same things too. I just have to translate it, you know, to the regular season. And I think I'm well on my way here through the first couple of days of camp. But, you know, like I said, I still got a couple obstacles. I just got to show up every day and keep doing what I'm doing. And, you know, hopefully things will work out for me this year.
Thank you.
Thanks.